All right, this is our first film for today, so good morning, everyone. Even though it is the morning, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. We're at a place called Kimber, which is where we got our car repaired on the way over to Perth. Now, obviously, we're on our way back home again. Happened upon Kimber again, so we're lucky. Went into the bakery store, got myself a pastie again. Apparently, we've been told this isn't working, is it? No. Apparently, we've been told that around here somewhere there's a big galah. Melissa's brother reckons there's a big galah around here somewhere. We can't find. We've searched high and low for it. We can't find it anywhere. Anyway, we'll keep looking. Maybe it's further up the road up there a bit. I don't know. But she's just chucked up again.
Oh no. You enjoy your pasty. Hang on, I'm gonna.
Okay, so we've just finished up cleaning up after Kimber just threw up in the back of the car. Not sure why she threw up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Poor girl. That's the second time she's thrown up in about bloody 2 minutes. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. But anyway, it didn't stop me from eating the pasty. The pastry was nice and crispy. The filling was. You didn't get a look at it. You saw it from the outside. You didn't get a look at the filling. The filling was quite nice, and it was a highly rated, one of the better pasties I've had. Not a 9, not as good as yesterday's pasty that I had that was a 9, but I'm going to give that bloody high up there, like an 8.6. I'm giving that one 8.6 out of 10. That being said, hopefully, I don't know how much further we can go to get to this bloody pink galah, this big galah thing, but I'm hoping it's up this direction somewhere and we'll come across it soon. If we do, we'll film it and we'll show it to you. All right, button off. Morning, everyone. Didn't do too much filming yesterday. Sort of drove our car to here, which is a township called Burra, B-U-R-R-A, which is in north of Adelaide in South Australia. We are camped up in there, which is the Burra Showgrounds, which is there's a few campers up in there at the minute. And we thought we'd get up early in the morning with the first up, I reckon. There's not many people up. But have a look at that beautiful brickwork. A lot of the stonework and that around here is amazing. We're going to go for a bit of an explore through town and just see what the township has to offer. We're not going to get up too early today because we thought there's no real reason to get up and get going too early, because we figured that we don't really no real reason to get to where we want to go to, early, I guess, as such. Just like it's Sunday today, public holiday was Friday. There'll be a lot of people camping on the Murray this weekend, and they'll be leaving this morning, packing up and going home. But what we're going to do is there's no real reason for us to get there early, because if we do, they'll be still probably packing up. No, possibly. So we figured we'll just take our time, explore this township, which we haven't done a lot of exploring. I mean, sort of really, it's just a lot of driving. Time restraints. Due to time restraints, there's no bloody traffic around. It's a bit early in the morning. There's nothing around. So we thought, why not? There's another old nice brick building through there. But I reckon when we go up and have a look through Burra, through here, this is a Burra Creek catchment. There we go. Well, there'll be a lot more things that are probably worth looking at up through here. I love this sort of stuff. This sort of architecture, this historical buildings. It really gets me a bit excited, I must say. This one looks different, but yeah, we'll show you more as we go through. Button off. already come across something that I found interesting. We've walked about 100 metres up the road. Check it out. I think they're still in use, I would imagine. Well, it would be in use. But we come here yesterday. We watched the footy. The grand final was yesterday, where Brisbane beat Geelong. Good game up until like 3/4 time, half time. But we noticed on our way back, have a look at this. Have a look at these footpaths. I reckon these are... Yeah. They need to clean. That's the thing with these. They don't probably get looked after as well as they should, but... Oh, are we going that way up? Yeah. This was the pub that we come to. Out the back there. Got a bit rowdy out there. There was one young kid that was like he was an 18-year-old. Had all his beers lined up. A bit reminiscent of when I was 18-year-old. Actually, I wasn't too harsh on him. Didn't give him a hard time because, oh, for sale. Because I remember when I was 18, and you think you're Superman. Yeah, but this was it. Apparently, there's not, how many people live here? 900 people. They had, up until 10 years ago, they had 5 pubs. Now they've got 4 pubs to cater for 900 people. So anyway. Anyway, button off. Which one is? This is the township of Burra. Looks like there's a butcher shop down there and other things. We'll go and explore. But anyway, I probably would be better off if I got across the road and had a look at this building. But they're amazing, these buildings. Absolutely beautiful. There's a couple of churches we went past. I woke up this morning and I thought we could get up and go and miss all this, or we could just sort of spend a bit extra time here and bloody check all this out. But glad we did. Look at this. Look at this fence.
1874.
That wall.
Was built. Oh, there you go. That's the town hall.
This is the town hall, is it?
Yeah.
Burra Town Hall. 1874 it was built. Let's go and have a bit more of a walk down here. This is a beautiful building with a garden. So, butcher shops, something we don't see very often. We did have a local butcher shop that lasted about 3 months, and it looks like it's closed up because they just can't compete, one reason or another. But I think these guys are miles away from the major supermarkets, so they've probably got a better chance of competing. There's another hotel over there, pub.
Looks like a nice pub, that one, doesn't it?
It does look like a nice pub. The Burra Hotel, they call it.
So not much is open today because it's Sunday.
Yeah, what time? It's early though as well, but
Yeah.
the pubs will be open later.
Yes, the BP will come to later.
Oh yeah. Check out this old shop. That's a pretty cool looking shop. This is the town centre. I like the way they got it laid out actually. Laid out quite nicely. Yeah, it gets my tick of approval. Which is pretty important. Anyway, button off. Okay, hello once again. We've just had our walk through town, got back to our campsite, packed up, and now we're just filled up at Burra petrol station, and then guess what? Call into the Burra Bakery, open on a Sunday morning. Got myself a pastie I don't mind these reviews. They're not bad, you know. Pasties. I should do beers and stuff as well. I'm thinking about making like reviews for beers, you know. But things that like pasties and all that beers, good idea. But not, you know, like Brussels sprout reviews. No, that's not going to happen. But anyway, that looks like it's jam-packed. They've packed that in, right? Pastry, crispy, sort of. Crispier on the end than it is in the middle. That's all right. Plenty of sauce on there. Let's have a little taste and just have a look. Mmm.
You can hear the crunch.
Mmm. Now, that, oh, I'm hungry, so it's going to be a high score, I think. But I could have another taste of that. Yeah, the first bite's mainly pastry. You want to sort of have a that flavour. This is the best one I've had so far. Now, that is the best one I've had so far. Can't go to 10. There's no such thing as 10, all there is, but right, I'm going to give that a 9.1. 9.1. Have a look at it. Cooked perfect.
Haven't you given one a 9.7?
I think I've only given a 9, have I?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I've given a 9. No, not a 9.7. 9. No, 9. So 9.1 is the highest I've given so far. Look back on our channel. Let me know if I've given a 9.7. I don't think I've given a 9.7. I think I think a 9 was the highest. So yeah, this is now the highest. This is the best one I've had on this trip. Not the best one I've ever had, but the best one I've had on this trip. So all right. Well, anyway, we'll button off and we're going to head to, before we button off, sorry, we're going to head to Mildura, do a bit of shopping. We're going to cross the border, so we've, you know, like frozen all our vegetables just in case we go through a checkpoint. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't go through a checkpoint. There's no one there. You do the right thing anyway. So we got to get some veggies. Stop off in Mildura, Coles or Woolies, get some, you know, supplies for tonight's dinner and a few days ahead. This next location is Robinvale. We're staying at. It's on the Murray, and we're expecting to stay there for probably at least 2 days, maybe 3. We got like another week before we have to be home. So we're probably, you know, and then we're going to go after the Robinvale. We intend to head down to Cobram and spend a few days down at Cobram before we do our last trip home. So, all right, talk soon.
On a side note, I got a gluten-free pie. $12.50. Criminal.
All right, just in case you haven't had enough of listening to my voice, we just arrived at our spot, which is on the Murray, and we wasn't sure what to expect. This is like, the reviews on this were pretty high. There's no one else here because I think it's pretty much the end of the long weekend in Victoria. I know the school holidays are on at the minute, but yeah, we've set up. Kim's had a big day in the car. I feel sorry for her, but she just does it. She's like a trooper, you know. She doesn't complain too much at all, I should say. Not too much. She doesn't complain at all. But yeah, we've got the fire going. What we're going to do here is we've got some wood on the way in, and I've got me. Let's put some water in there. That's water straight out the Murray, and then around here, I'll show you what we do around here. This is a game changer, this thing. Sometimes when you go camping, you look at different things, different ideas, different things to buy. You, let me just zoom out, there we go. It can take you a bit of time to get the right thing, the right gear sometimes. You don't realise, you know, you look at it and you go, oh, that's probably not, could have got better, you know, and you're always wondering. But this thing, no, it's bloody really good. So in here, see that, I'll just show you this here. This unzips from there, and it gives you access. If you open up the window, which I've got right now in the car, we can actually, after you've had your shower, you unzip it, and you can reach through and grab your clothes or whatever you want to grab, you know. You might have a towel in there, you might want to get dressed. If there's other people around, you know, you'd be getting dressed in here as well, you know. But this is for our soap, and then you can put other things in here, I guess, I don't know, but, brushes and things. But It's a real good. It literally takes to pack it up, to set it up, takes 30 seconds, and to pack it up takes a minute. I'm not kidding you. It takes no time at all, so it's really good. When we was coming in on this driveway here, we've come in about a K off the road. It was all bitumen up until here, and we saw an emu actually. And I was doing 100 kilometres an hour on the road, and when I saw this emu on the side of the road, but I thought, oh, I'm not going to stop. You know, I couldn't stop at that speed, and so I didn't bother. We've seen a few emus actually over the course of the last couple of weeks, but yeah, there was a kangaroo hopping along here. You know, the kangaroos, they tend to sort of like hop in front of the car. They, instead of thinking, oh, I'll go sideways and I'll be right, they just keep hopping, going and travelling in the same direction as the car. They're a bit, I don't know, they haven't worked that one out. And that's probably why there's so many of them that are dead on the side of the road that we see as well. They just, yeah, hop in front of cars, and yeah, they've got no road sense, I suppose. But this is it. This is a pretty wide part of the Murray, actually. It's pretty wide. The only thing is, it's a bit of effort getting down there to get some water. We sort of had to go down, it's a bit steep down here. Might not show you, generally doesn't show you how steep it is when you're, but yeah. Yeah, look at that. It's a wide part of the body. There's a lot of water in there. And I know that when we go to Cobram, we're talking about going to Cobram tomorrow, actually. When we go to, which is another big day. I think Melissa, it's about 4 hours. Yeah, we'll have to. It's not going to be as deep as this. It ain't going to be as deep as this, I can tell you right now. But anyway, a bit of wood just fell out of my fire, and I saw Kimber, she panicked a bit, so I'll just get that. And you know what? If I burn myself, it won't be all bad. You know, it's not all bad if I burn myself, because I can. That'll be on the heading of our video, and we'll get heaps of views, because people love to see bad things. You know, if you say I've burnt myself or I've nearly fallen off a cliff, we'll get heaps of views for that. You know, that's the way it works. Anyway, this is it. Only ones here. Can't complain. We've got to have dinner. We're both going to have a shower. There's enough water there for both of us to have a shower. And then that's it. So we'll button off for now. But it looks like tomorrow we're going to be doing another big day. It's sort of a big day. 4+ hours, 5 hours. It'll get us to Cobram, and then we are going to relax at Cobram for 5 days. So we'll do a little bit of video in there, show you where we are, but it won't be like you're not going to get the same sort of videos as frequently as what you have had. You've been a bit spoilt lately, you know. You probably you've been a bit spoiled. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. It's all good. I'll button off and we'll talk again tomorrow. All right, just one last video. I've noticed there's some goats over there having a bit of a drink. They've come down on the bank. Goats are absolutely in plague proportions in this area and many other areas in outback Australia. That's actually the smoke from my fire that you can see. I'll stand up and get that out of the way. Yeah. I don't think they spotted us yet. I don't even know if they care that we're here actually, but I'll zoom in again. That is goats. Now, we did notice what actually happens in this country. There's people that have licenses to actually corral these. They set up portable corrals, and they put them in trucks, and they actually send a large percentage of them overseas to India, where their meat is, really popular. They're wild, so I don't even know if we would be able to sell them into the Australian market over here. But yeah, geez, we've seen a lot of wildlife, particularly in this area. You know, like as I said earlier, I've seen the emu, we've seen kangaroos. Yeah, 2 emus, kangaroo, and now these goats. But and I think there's 5 of them we can see. 1, 2, I could see 4. I think it was.
No, there's definitely 5.
Is there?
One's just in a position where you probably can't get a good look. There it is. 2 brown, 2 white.
Yeah, okay.
Walking up the log.
Yep. Yep.
There'll be more though. They'll be sussing it out for everyone else, probably.
I don't know if has Kim spotted them yet.
I'm not sure, or if it's just you she wants to go to.
Anyway, we've had our showers and we both feel like $1,000,000.
Oh,
It's amazing.
good.
We felt pretty dodgy coming in here. We felt pretty rough.
Feel refreshed now, hey?
Yeah, but anyway, that's the end of this video. We don't think there's going to be any more videos for this episode, and yeah, we'll see you all in Cobram. Bye.